students just to be using their parents' money just because their parents want them to go to school. If students don't want to go to college, then why are they using their parents' money?
I think it's kind of ridiculous that all these kids are getting in with so much money that not a lot of us generally have, so we don't have that advantage. And I think it's really sad for those who do go to Ivy League colleges and they get questioned for being lower income students if they deserve to be there when they have every right to be there, who worked harder than all these kids that just got in there. It's actually kind of infuriating because a lot of us got in, the old school way, which is just, pay your fee, do the application, do all the extracurricular work, get your SAT scores high, and they have so many advantages already being higher income students. And it's really sad to know that that's how our college admission system is.
I think it's really disrespectful how they get to jump all these institutions when there's people that work really hard towards that, especially because there's certain requirements that they have to meet, but they get to jump right through it because they have the money, basically.
I sort of feel bad for the students in a way that maybe don't necessarily have a choice within this, and now their parents are simply saying, okay, I'm just going to write a check to this university and from there hope that my kid gets in. At the end of the day, I think it should be on your academics and your test scores and how you really do at the end of the day, and that should define a student getting accepted into university.
So there's two sides to it, really, is how it goes. You can't just be like, that's wrong, because at the end of the day you have to think about the other side's opinion on it, because these people that are getting into their universities, yes, it's not fair to a lot of other students where it's like they've worked so hard to get in, they're coming from these low income backgrounds, and now they're not getting accepted because another student has taken their space immediately. But then there's the other side to it where it's like, okay, well these parents, their money is funding our libraries, their donations to the university. So you can't off the bat say, yeah, I can't say off the bat, this is wrong. You have to consider it, you have to be like, okay, well, even though this is happening, there's still another side to it that is positive. But yes, at the end of the day, it's still bribery. It's still not something that I can support. I'm not gonna ever be like, that's right. You can't say that because it's not right. They're taking spots from students that work really hard to do it. Now, the other side to that I really think strongly on is that at the end of the day, though, these students still have to work to get a degree. Just because their parents pay for them to get into the colleges doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to leave with a degree. You can't buy a degree. You have to work to get that degree. So it's not just about getting into the college, you have to get out of the college. So as much as I do have an issue with it, you also have to see the other points with it. So I'm not going to say that it's okay. I'm not going to say that I support it at all. I definitely don't agree with it, don't support it, but also you can't hate it is the thing, because you have to really see the positives to it as well, is that it is paying for a lot of our things. All these philanthropy things that are going on are paying for a lot of other stuff. But yes, at the end of the day, I can't support it, but there are those other sides to it that you have to understand, I think, before you can fully make a decision for it.
I'm shocked because I work hard for my grades and I know a lot of other students do too. It's just one thing that us as a society needs to realize, that we're being driven with the power of money on how I'm getting that information in the news about, because it wasn't pure worth ethic, knowledge, and skill. It was all of a bribery.
When I had first heard about the scandal originally, I felt very angry because there are those who work, I can't cuss, right? Or they work their butt off. They work their butt off to get into their dream college, and they, do all these tests, and then they just essentially work their butt off, and then they don't even get into their dream college. Some don't get into their dream college, and then this Olivia J, she just pays her way into it, and that's what makes me angry, because she just didn't put the hard work in. And I saw an interview where she said that she didn't care about school. All she cared about was partying and everything, and that in my mind just makes me so angry. So when I think about parents who support that, I don't agree with that. I strongly don't agree with that.
Thank you.